I have the utmost contempt for him as a person, but you have to, as I said earlier, as a leader, he does things, like I mentioned earlier, forcing Wheeler Yuta to get in the ring and get his head shaved. You know, he makes people accountable for their actions, and when you say you're going to do something, he wants you to do it. You know, and that's what he said. All the things that he said in the Death Riders, and I didn't like a lot of them, but he truly believes that, and he forces the people around him to live up to those standards.
Mark Davis, with the bloody hand, elected instead of throwing a punch into the jaw of Jon Moxley, through the elbow, and Moxley in serious trouble after one swift shot from Davis. Perhaps the elbow, the better option all along, as Davis now sits out with a senton.
That is a big-time senton.
Davis covers, Moxley able to break free.
I would have to say, Excalibur, that if he would have missed an elbow or a forearm into that post, he could have broken his arm just like I did several years ago. I think it's better to break your hand. And look, now he's still got those forearms available. He's got a great headbutt too.
And Mark Davis, definitely a wealth of options when it comes to the striking game. Perhaps not a lot of finesse, but most certainly a lot of brutality from Dunkzilla. And Davis just rapid fire elbows to the jaw of Moxley,
who had no defense at all.
AEW Dynamite. Live on TBS and HBO Max, Dunkzilla, Mark Davis, Jon Moxley. A very physical battle to kick us off live tonight on Dynamite, Tony.
Incredible physicality like we expected. And remember, this is an eliminator match. A win by Mark Davis will get him a shot at that Continental Championship.
A win or a time limit draw for Mark Davis.
Good call.
You notice on the right hand of Mark Davis, the blood coming out. That was from where Davis inadvertently punched the ring post. And Jon Moxley, Brian, has been focusing the majority of his attacks on that bloodied hand of Davis.
Jon Moxley willing to go to all lengths to win a match.
A superplex delivered, Davis in agony as the blood pours freely from the paw of Big Davis.
It's just incredible to me. It looks to me like Mark Davis has a broken hand, and he's still trying to using it, I mean, not super effectively with the right hand, but still in this match against a man the level of Jon Moxley.
Moxley, sunset flip attempt again. Davis searching for the second senton, but instead Moxley just running PK. Covers. Oh, Davis, though, out at one.
Yeah, Brian, you know as well as anyone else, probably better than anyone else, even when you're injured in a match that has so much on the line like this, you got to suck it up, man. You got to go right after it.
Especially when you have an opportunity like this. Match against Jon Moxley. If you win or go to a draw, you get a shot at the Continental Championship.
AEW Continental Championship Eliminator match. 20-minute time limit. Everyone is banned from.
10 minutes remaining.
Everyone is banned from ringside, and Davis, were he to survive for the next 10 minutes, he would earn a shot at Moxley's championship.
I don't think Davis wants to survive. I think Davis wants to beat Jon Moxley.
Notice how he opened his arms up wide that time, almost telling Moxley, oh, look at that. Just hit me with all you got.
Davis, the reaping enziguri, catches Moxley, and now building up momentum. Lariat, Moxley counters with the cutter.
Great counter by Jon Moxley. Mark Davis has one of the hardest hitting lariats in all of AEW.
And Davis, he's used that technique we've seen over the last few weeks. His opponent is against the ropes. He hits the ropes. They become disoriented just as Davis is building up that head of steam to land the lariat. And Mark Davis just got his hand stomped on by Moxley. Davis up, little backdrop suplex. Moxley very nearly folded in half.
You know, on Saturday at Grand Slam Australia had that time limit draw with Takeshita. Moxley very, very upset. Even though he held on to the Continental Championship, he wanted to pin Takeshita, obviously.
Moxley wanted revenge from the loss during the Continental Classic last December that he suffered to Konosuke Takeshita, but could be on the verge of suffering a loss to Mark Davis here.
It was a big-time lariat coming off the near side ropes. Big time.
Davis.
Maybe going for that pile driver.
Brian, if we know it, so does Jon Moxley. He did everything in his power to prevent the pickup by Davis to escape the grip. And now Moxley the roll up, 2, and whoa, very close. Davis able to kick out.
One of the underrated aspects of Jon Moxley's game.
Oh, God! Davis from a gut wrench into a pile driver. 2, 3, no! Moxley!
I was going to say one of the underrated aspects of Jon Moxley's ability is the way that he preps for every match. But there was no way that you could prep for this. How could you even think that Mark Davis would have done that? A variation of a pile driver.
I think for Moxley, he was very, very lucky that his head was not north to south, Brian.
Very lucky.
Because that could have been it for Jon Moxley. That could have been Mark Davis becoming the top contender for the Continental Championship.
But one of the things that we trained with the BCC is always making sure that you're tucking your chin to avoid situations like that.
Watch out, could be a big one.
Davis and Zagiri avoided by Moxley, and Moxley the stomp. Davis driven face first.
Well, Davis was going to come out of that corner with a lariat, but try the enziguri. Surprised me, and I'm sure it surprised Moxley.
Could be because that right hand is so compromised. Maybe the damage done to the hand, Brian, maybe further going further up the arm of Mark Davis.
I agree. Yeah, look at how swollen that hand is whenever. Oh my gosh. The fact that Davis can even make a fist.
Oh, it's hurting. You can see it, man.
Jon Moxley steals himself, but he and Davis 3 times, no man. Showing a clear advantage there. Well, perhaps Davis is who's now looking for the pile driver, but instead Moxley. Bulldog flags him out, center of the ring. The Bulldog's in tight. Davis is fading, and he taps.
Here's your winner, the AEW Continental Champion, Jon Moxley!
Mark Davis add his name to the list of would-be challengers for the AEW Continental Championship. Jon Moxley fending off yet another Eliminator challenge, but he has perhaps not exercised all of his demons. He has not beaten, he has not defended that title against the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita. And fans, still to come tonight, AEW World Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, and #1 contender Hangman Adam Page will be face-to-face live tonight on Dynamite. Absolutely no physicality will be allowed. TBS Championship 4-way match. Will Negel looks to defend against Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and Mina Shirakawa.